The reading paper this year I felt was one of the most challenging we've had in the new curriculum. There were quite a few comments on social media about it being the most wordy or people feeling like it was the most wordy, but if we're going by frequency of words, there weren't actually really any more words than last year's paper. Perhaps the complexity of vocabulary has increased. Words like hodgepodge and stridulation in the very first text, which is traditionally the least complex text to ease the children in. I know that there was no question based on the word hodgepodge. I mean, when's the last time you heard of the word hodgepodge though, let alone a 10-year-old? And the word stridulation was explained in the text, but to be faced with that level of vocabulary in the very first text must have been quite daunting for the children. It's the first time we've been faced with this order of genres. So we opened with a non-fiction, then followed by 2 fiction texts. In my opinion, I felt like the second text should have been first in order of difficulty, but that is just my opinion. I know that's very subjective. And there were quite a lot of challenging questions. In the first text, there was a question about the issues that TENRECs face, which made me look quite a few times in order to get the answer. And even now, and I haven't yet seen the mark schemes, I'm not even sure if I would have got the answer correct for that. The second one in the second text was about Louis climbing on the tightrope and having to order the events in which she climbed on the tightrope. There were 2, and whether she looked down or whether she looked forward first. And I read that a couple of times and realised that the children had to know that a bird's eye view and looking at the top of someone's head meant that she was looking down before she then looked straight ahead, which obviously means looking forward. So just lots of hidden meanings, lots of reading between the lines, as one of my children said. So we know that inference is quite often the most referenced content domain in reading text, but the inference certainly felt particularly heavy this year.